Okay, I'm at my spot this evening. And the reason I picked this spot is the really narrow gap between two really deep areas, and I've been wanting to try this for a long time. But there's one downfall, and that it has an extreme amount of boat traffic, and it's really shallow. It's only halfway out, it's only 5 feet deep, if that, and then it gets to like a little, there's a channel that runs through there that should be holding carp constantly funneling through here. In theory, that's what we're going to try tonight. So here's where I'll be sitting tonight. I've never tried it. I had to paddle my kayak here with all my gear, enough for a good 12, 13, 14 hour sit. And that was fun because, like I said, this extreme amount of boat traffic and waves in a loaded down kayak was kind of sketchy, to say the least. But let's get to making bait and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, my bait recipe for me that I like to use, that I've narrowed it down to, I like to use a can of chickpeas, garbanzo beans, 2 or 3 cans of whole kernel corn, and I found out that Great Value corn is really awesome. It has a lot of whole kernels that haven't been cut. They've been picked off, and they stay on the hook a whole lot better. Oats and cattle cubes. And they dissolve in the water really quick, minutes, and they're a powder floating around out there. I take all that, dump it together, and I'll show you the final. Okay, there's the final product mixed up there, and then I'll show you how I pack it up, throw it out. Okay, what I use is what they call a spod pod, and just put your bait in it. It's like a torpedo, exactly like a torpedo. And you make sure you ain't got no tangles. And you launch it. Do that however many times you want to do it, however much bait you want out there. Well, you're about to see what I'm going to deal with tonight. Here it comes. Right over top of my bait pile. It ain't but 10 foot deep right there. And I'm about to get hammered with net with big old giant waves. But I've got 2 of my rods out for these waves that are getting ready. I have to end up moving my rods away from that stick right there. We'll see what happens tonight. Tell you, that's exactly what you want to see. And you look over, and right when it first gets dark, creepy doll head. She got blue eyes. Look at her hair. But I got 2 more rods out. I'm gonna put my bite alarm on, and put my hammock up in some trees I found over there and see what happens. Well, here's home away from home tonight. A little hammock, which is really nice. A little fire going, just a little tiny one. Got a little chilly. Got my hoodie on. No bites yet. Well, I only had one take off 12:30 here. Just a little dink. Just a little fella. But I'll take it. Set the alarm off. Running about 100 miles an hour. Just a little 10-pounder, but I'll take him for the first one for the night. He hit one that I think he hit the 4 pieces of corn. Okay, I'm going to show you the rig that Carp just bit. Literally got a deer standing 5 feet from me, like watching me right now. Like I can make out that it's a deer this close with this little tiny light, and she's just literally, there's 2 deer standing there. She's standing right beside my fire. She don't even give a crap. Anyway, I'm going to show you what this Carp just bit. I take some panko breadcrumbs and I mix it up with my corn and my chickpeas and my cattle cubes that are all dissolved. And I take my sinker, wherever it's at, 3-ounce sinker. What are you gonna do? Come over here and start eating? Sink it up in this thing. Around the sinker. It's like the tamest deer I've ever seen. Pack it around there real good. Pull up the slack. Then you take your hook, which is what I had on that one was 2 pieces of corn and a piece of fake corn, artificial corn soaked in that extract. Forgive me, I got woke up. I was sleeping when that fish took off. And you stick it, take it and stick it in the side of that. You can take a little bit more extra of that stuff and kind of pack around there. But then you got you a ball of stuff that dissolves in the water and makes you a little chum pile all around your bait. But let's throw this back in here, run this deer off because she keeps freaking me out. Throw this back out here and see what happens. Look at that deer. She's just totally like 2 feet away from me. Still just walking around. Oh, her little baby. Got carp on the chum pile. So one of my rods will get ready to take off any second, I'm sure. Keep hearing them out there splashing around. But I'm going to end this video and make a part 2, so be sure to try to watch the part 2.